Hey guys, more of it's JK here, and welcome to my first F1 video. So the intro does start off a bit weird. Right now I'm watching Tomo F1 with the F1 streamer, second red flag in Q1. But today guys, we are starting our F1 2020 journey. As you can see, the game arrived about 20 minutes ago. We're going to download it and then update it. And the plan is basically in this first episode, we're going to get the settings sorted out, and we're going to basically try out the game, have a race, not a long race, but just a shortish race with some settings on. I'm going to get used to the game today. And then we're also going to have my first episode of my team career mode, because on FIFA I've been doing really well, so I don't really need to play that much. I'm already in the rank that I want for next week, so and I'm playing quite well. But yeah, let's hope this doesn't take too long to install, guys, and then we can hopefully play it. And if you guys want me to stream this anywhere, even on Twitch, I will start to set up a Twitch channel for you guys. Probably just going to call it It's JKF1 or JKF1 or F1. I don't know, it'll be something with F1 in the title. But yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you guys in the menus. So then, guys, into my first experience of the F1 game, and of course, we have to obviously select our character for the game. And I selected every region for some reason instead of selecting the UK, but I am now from every nation in the whole world. So come at me, bro. I don't specify, alright? But yeah, basically, we just had to sort out the character because at this point, the game hadn't even been downloaded yet. So I couldn't get on my team yet, and all I could do was race at Australia. So that's exactly what I decided to do. I wanted to race in Australia. Obviously, I'm new to the game, so I'm obviously really prone to mistakes, and I don't know why this is taking so long. It's just really weird. And I should change in a second. But yeah, that is basically it, and it's not bad, you know. And then basically I have to select a commentary name as well, but this is the character that I choose for my team. I don't even bother customizing my car or my outfit in my team because there's no point. It's more about the racing for me. F1's not about the aesthetics, it's about the racing, the having fun. And all I'm going to say is, guys, I did lose focus a few times, which is why I use so many flashbacks. But I did have a lot of fun playing this game, and I did I've mastered Australia pretty much. I've got the braking zones down, and obviously I want to be number 9, because number 9, like, outside of, like, number 1 or something, that would probably be my first choice. Because, you know, it's JK9X is my Xbox name. But yeah, so we wanted to get into a race here with Seb. I actually bought this race because it wasn't great. But yeah, here we go. We're going to go through all the settings. I don't know what they all mean. Mainly just want to go through the driver ones. I don't want to go with like the babyish settings. I just want to go with the standard settings. And I wanted to have obviously safety cars and stuff like that on. Sorry if it's a bit small for you guys. It will be like that because my editing software, it's not amazing. I'm sorry as always. But yeah. Right now we're just going through assists, so obviously I didn't really care. I just wanted custom settings, medium. Basically I have everything on AI does it, other than overtake and DRS. But yeah, now that I know how to work everything, I probably could do fuel and DRS myself. The overtake button I can't use for some reason, but I don't really care at this point. But yeah, here we go into Australia. However, first we have a lap around Australia with Lewis Hamilton. This is after I did the recording of the race. But yeah, here we go, a lap around Australia with Lewis Hamilton. So here we go, 5 red lights of the session, and here we go. So into turn 1, braking at the perfect point, getting off the power, nice there. It's a decent exit, as obviously I'm on the controller, so I have to do a lot of pushing around, hence why I go wide. But yeah, now coming into the next corner, bit late on the brakes, but really nice off, a bit off the line there. And it's not actually a bad exit, and we're off again, letting off the throttle a little bit as we come around this corner, as I had done from the first lap basically. And now into this corner, bang, getting off the power nice and early there, and it's a wonderful lap so far, you know. It's really decent. This is one-shot qualifying obviously, but yeah, now slowing down into it, and it's another really good exit. But yeah, this was obviously after the race. I had 15 minutes in the race in total to just master everything, and it was actually pretty decent. But yeah, nice little turn in there from Lewis, and then bang, a bit of a corner cut, but you know what, it's fine, and obviously off of the racing line a little bit. But here we go, bang, nicely done as we come around this corner. But obviously, guys, the next bit will be sped up because obviously I want it to be sped up because my team will be sped up, but not that much. And this corner I literally got maybe twice perfectly because it's really hard. But yeah, hit the wall as well for good measure, but as you can see, getting DRS down, and that is the lap. So yeah, I'll see you guys for the actual race.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today.
Alright then, guys, so as you can see, it is 2 times speed right now, and we are just about to get into the race. And guys, there is a little bit of a surprise because, you know what, do you want to know who we are going to be racing as today? Well, you're not going to find out yet because I don't want you to find out yet, but you will see, and it is a bit of a shock of where I actually end up finishing. Better than what I did in my team. This was like my first proper attempt of a race, and I wanted to start, I'll give you a hint, I wanted to start further back, and I wanted to start with a driver I liked, real life and stuff. So obviously I went with someone that I knew pretty well. So yeah, I'll hand it over to the commentators for the grid lineup of today's race.
Welcome to Melbourne. You can hear the roar of the crowd out there, which can only mean one thing: race day is upon us. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Alexander Albon, and Bottas, Grosjean, Magnussen, Stroll, and Sergio Perez, Norris, Ocon, Daniel Ricciardo, and Sainz, Latifi, Fiat, George Russell, and Kimi Raikkonen. Giovinazzi and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. That's it then.
Alright then, guys, so pretty weird that Pierre Gasly is going to be starting last, but as you're about to see, we are going to be starting today with George Russell. Sorry guys that it is quite quick today, but you know, that it is sped up. But yeah, as you can see, what a start, we are so quick. But yeah, we are going down the outside here, and there is a bit of contact with Carlos Sainz, and we have an illegal overtake on Sergio Perez. We actually have to let Ocon and Perez by, so we get that position back. But again, contact with Ricciardo and Perez, but not a bad first lap so far. So, coming round here, and we've spun. We have been tagged out by our own teammate as well. It was Nicholas Latifi who tagged us. And yeah, joining back in here, Nicholas Latifi is once again behind us. But he doesn't get us this time, and we accelerate away. But yeah, as you can see right now, no wing damage. And we are trying to keep up, basically, with the car in front, who turns out to actually be Danny Rick. Danny Rick, hopefully he has a good race, because I like Daniel Ricciardo. He's a great driver. So, hope you guys like that it's sped up. It might be a bit hard to concentrate, but in my team it'll only be like 1.5 speed, so it'll be a bit less quick than this, so I can commentate over it, because it'll mostly be racing my team. But yeah, here we go. It was a good first lap, but now can we make some progress? We are currently in P13, I believe that is. I think that's P13, but yeah, Carlos Sainz has got ahead of Nicholas Latifi. I think that's P13. Is that P13 or 12? No, it's P14, but we've hit the wall and Sainz is going around us, but getting the elbows out, we have squeezed out Sainz. A poor exit there, and Sainz is still on the back of us. So we are going to go quite defensive into this corner. Luckily, Sainz isn't there, but he is still there. So I had a little cheeky thing up my sleeve, so I didn't leave him enough room to go down the outside. And if he went down the inside, I was going to squeeze him on the inside. So he had an option. A bit wide on that corner, but not terrible. And we crossed the line of lap number 2. And DRS is finally enabled. So, this means Carlos Sainz is going to have a big advantage. He is still sat behind me, around 7 tenths behind me at the minute. Really good driving from Carlos to keep behind me here. I do only have it on like 35% or something. But I have made some really nice gains so far in this race. Let's hopefully carry that on, because, you know, I'd love to do that with George Russell, because I like George Russell. He's a great driver, great guy. But yeah, green lap sector, so an improved second sector. Final sector there, covering off Carlos Sainz again, going quite deep, but he's got past us here. And we've gone back. Oh, what a dive. Like, this is going so fast. But yeah, Carlos Sainz goes down the inside of us, but we are able to get him back again. And we're going defensive again into the first corner. Carlos Sainz is still there. And apparently we've had another collision with him. I don't know how, Carlos. Stop running into the back of me, mate. You're going to get me a penalty at this point. But yeah, Carlos Sainz is just relentless. He's still coming at me, but now we do have a sizable gap. It is now about 1 second. 1 second. And it's a nice corner. Did we tap the wing there? I'm not sure. But a nice exit again. You know what? We're driving really well in the Williams, guys. We're pulling away from Carlos Sainz. And I don't know why I wanted to box on this lap. I think I was trying to find out how to box. I was trying to figure out how to box and stuff like that. And I end up messing. So yeah, as I was saying, I end up messing it up. But we are back again, and we are trying to hold off Sainz. But we go to narrow in the corner, and is he going to get us here? No, he is not, but it's a nice exit. Can we get away? Can we get that middle line? Because I know Carlos Sainz is coming, and here he comes with DRS. And it's a nice dive bomb, but Carlos Sainz, late under braking, even with a lockup there, gets us. Lance Stroll now out of the session, and we're now getting attacked by Nicholas Latifi. A bit of a corner cut there. We're just trying to hold on to P14 as it's 13, I think that is, as it stands. But we're trying to chase Carlos Sainz here. Trying as hard as we can to chase Carlos Sainz. But he is pulling away in the superior car, and I actually hadn't had DRS yet at all in a race up until this point. So if we can get within DRS here, it'll be my first time on the F1 2020 game using DRS. And I'm actually really excited to use DRS. But yeah, we're closing up to Carlos Sainz here, getting held up by Romain Grosjean of all people. And we now have DRS holding an inside line. But Carlos Sainz is still too far ahead, and we will have DRS again down this straight. Forget to actually deploy it. And yeah, we're still chasing after Carlos Sainz now, moving through the first sector. Not actually a bad first sector from myself. Well, it was, but you know, I didn't feel like it was that bad, mainly because I think I had to hold off Nicholas Latifi. But yeah, driving on here, trying to keep up with Carlos Sainz. Not going to be an easy task. He's an absolutely brilliant driver, real life, in and off the game, on and off the game. But yeah, Sainz kind of pulling away, but Grosjean was holding him up enough so that I could keep in touch with them. But yeah, now moving on to lap 6, and we do come in, I think, on lap 7. But yeah, basically, my pit window is now open, so I was like, you know what, we're going to box next lap. But Romain Grosjean here, finally getting passed by Carlos Sainz, and I go for a late move. And I've messed it up, but I do use a flashback because it's only a friendly race. But yeah, this time we keep going on the outside of Grosjean, but we've broken up, and it is a wonderful move on the outside of Romain Grosjean on the second time, but that was kind of like noob driving there. I just kept on going straight into the back of Sainz, even though Grosjean was the way slower car, could even have a mechanical issue, but I just steamrolled into Sainz. But yeah, now we're both past Romain Grosjean. I'm now in P12, only 2 positions out of George Russell's first ever points in F1. And yeah, trying to keep up with Carlos Sainz is a task. He's in a far superior McLaren car. And we're still trying to learn how to box, boys. I'm clicking random buttons trying to box here. So yeah, and it's a late corner. We've messed it up. But of course I have a flashback. But yeah, because I flashbacked, I went late into the corner again. But this time I just forget about it because my pit window is open. The team should be ready, and I'm hoping that even if they aren't, they will come out pretty quickly. But yeah, now we're into the pits. Here we go. Let's see how quick this stop is going to be. I don't know if it's actually it's slow with quick mo anymore. Oh yeah, definitely going quick. Yeah. It's not a different clip, don't worry. Yeah, out we come, and we come out in P16, that is. Which isn't actually bad. We come out ahead of Romain Grosjean. So Romain Grosjean's been absolutely mugged off. But yeah, now with nobody in front of us really, and no one behind us. Danny Rick's still behind us though in P15. Somehow, and P14, and we're in P16. Danny Rick's in P15, and P17 is Romain Grosjean, who does seem to have a mechanical issue, but it should be fine. But now we are coming through. We're just trying to, you know, make this undercut work. We're trying to get an undercut on Carlos Sainz. So will it work or won't it work? My teammate is now in the pits. Latifi's in the pits. As is, it appears to be Carlos Sainz in the pits. And out he comes, and we've done it. We've got the undercut on Carlos Sainz, and we come out behind Kevin Magnussen. we are immediately pressing for the position, and it's a lovely dive bomb on Kevin Magnussen, and we have P10 in this race. And Danny Rick is still ahead of us, but yeah, we have P10 in this race now. We're ahead of Magnussen and Carlos Sainz. If we can just pull ahead of Magnussen, and we can hopefully get in, hopefully he gets held up by, hopefully he holds up Carlos Sainz. Hopefully we could be on for Lando for his first ever points finishes here. But when I do pause, I am checking to see if I'm still recording. That will be a common theme throughout my F1 episodes from now on. But so far, I've gone wide on that corner, but I am about 5 tenths ahead, 4 tenths ahead, but it is a hassle, so I decide late on in the corner that it'll be fine. So I go back to the racing line instead of going on the inside. And yeah, just checking on how my car's doing, checking on the tyres, the front wing, the temperatures of the tyres basically. And we are starting a new clip. So then guys, to start off the clip, we are now later on into the lap. Still P10 obviously, still ahead of Kevin Magnussen, but we are now 3 seconds ahead. Within a lap, we have pulled ahead by so much, and it has been a world-class drive so far. We are now in lap 10, P10 lap 10, which is amazing. We're doing so well so far, and hopefully we can hold on to this position and pick up George Russell's first points ever, basically his first ever point finish. Hopefully we can get it. By the way, guys, this is the last stint of the race. Well, the last clip, but yeah, going a bit wide there, but the F1 is so much fun, guys. Even just the racing aspect. For casuals like me, this is my first ever F1 game, and look at the madness. I do watch quite a few videos, and I do watch it a lot in real life, but even without that knowledge, you could put it on easier settings, like without damage and stuff like that, and you could do really well, and it wouldn't really matter, to be honest, because you guys could just have so much fun with the game. I feel like even people who have never played F1, the last F1 game I played was on the Wii, and it was F1 2015, and all I used to do was drive around in circles for 71 laps, and in last place, like 2 minutes behind, crashing out the people that were lapping me and stuff. Just having a bit of fun. I never even took it seriously, but now I am for F1 2020, which I've got so much hype for. And I've found so many good YouTubers watching this game, like Tom97, Arava, TMA Marduk. I've found so many sick F1 YouTubers by just playing it, by just getting interest in it. But as soon as I saw Arava playing it, I was like, I want this game. This game looks so much fun. I could have Sebastian Vettel on my team before he retires and stuff like that. But yeah, there are only 10 races in this season, guys. If you haven't noticed, I don't think you will have noticed, but there's only 10 laps, 10 races this season, and I did put a pretty easy selection of tracks. I've got like Italy, Belgium in there. I have not got Monaco on there, of course, because I hate Monaco. I would just crash all the time, but even with this quite wide circuit, quite easy circuit, which is pretty easy to learn as well. It took me about an hour to perfectly learn, like, oh, we've gone off there, but we've kept it. Of course, I jinxed myself there, but it's been an absolutely masterclass drive from George Russell. I don't know how far we are ahead of Kevin Magnussen, but Seb, no, you're out the race again. Seb is out, which does mean we can pick up P9. As you can see, it's a mechanical failure for Seb, as he's just in the runoff area down there. And, yeah. We now take the final corner for the second to last lap, and I was like, wait, this is George Russell's first points. Oh my god. But yeah, guys, by the way, the real-life Turkish Grand Prix was insane. Like, what we got, Stroll, Verstappen, Perez as the front three. Then we've got, but I've gone wide there. But then we've got, like, Albon, we've got a couple of other diamonds. Got a couple of other drivers, and then we got Lewis in 6th and Valtteri in 7th or 8th. It's going to be insane. And Lewis needs to outscore Bottas by 7 or 8 points to win the title this weekend. But yeah, guys, that is it for my first drive of F1 2020, guys. Hope you have enjoyed it. It has been a lot of fun, and I will just basically make this last lap normal speed, and we'll just go from there.
This is your final lap of the race. The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining. Okay, gap ahead is 11.7 seconds. That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
We've witnessed some great battles on the...